Hi everybody, here's Tony's tips for this week, and I'm just going to touch on a few different topics. You'll probably hear me say this a lot, and that is the fact that we are in a battle. This really is a battle for most of us. If you're a foodie like we are, and you love food, and it's just, of course, there's lots of different reasons why we overeat and why we've gained weight, but part of it's really the fact that food tastes good, and it does lots of things for us. But I also try to remind people that food is kind of like comes alongside and says it's your friend, and then while it's putting its arm around you to give you a hug, it just stabs you in the back because it's taking people's lives from them and robbing them of so many things. And because this is an ongoing battle where we know that 85% of us who lose weight gain it all back, we have to keep addressing this and keeping it on the forefront of our minds. I think not so much the I don't want to gain my weight back, but I want to be healthy. And so many people do give up their health due to food and the things that come alongside or come along with overeating and being overweight and obese. So it really is going to take a major commitment and dedication. And it's not something that I don't believe you'll graduate from until you get to heaven someday, because this is a long journey. That's the rest of our lives. And so the fact that we have to open the refrigerator, the fact that we have to eat many times a day for the rest of our lives, this is going to be an ongoing, in our face, deal with it. So I have a couple thoughts for you. One is, first of all, a story that I shared with someone a little while ago, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But I had my very first client was an employee of mine, wanted to lose 50 pounds, and he did. He lost 50 pounds. He did great. And one day, and he was in transition, and I came to the store, and I went into the back office lunchroom, and there he was eating a burger and fries. And I said, "What are you doing?" I said, "You're not even done with transition yet." He goes, "I've just been kind of weaning myself off here." And he said, I'm doing good. He says, "I'm not gaining any weight back." And I said, "Well, you keep eating like that, you will." Not that we can never have a burger and fries again. But what he said to me was, "I just want to see how far I can go without actually tipping the scale." And I thought, and what I told him was, and he's a retired pastor, or a pastor that was on sabbatical working for me. And I just said, "Mike," I said, "that's like, how close can I get to sin without crossing the line?" I said, "You should be running as far away from that line as possible, not seeing how close can you get." Would you be surprised if I told you that he gained back all his weight? No. And there's just a lesson there, and I hope that'll give you a good word picture to think about. We don't want to see how much can we get away with. And the reason I shared that story with a client today is because he's down about 30 pounds. He's taking a little break for the summer, and just planning to maintain and going to start back up in the fall. And of course, I support whatever anybody's goals are. But in his moment of weakness, a few jelly beans turned into a pound, and a few other things. And I said, you might need to just cut those out for a little while. And I said, what concerns me a little bit is the lack of portion control. And that's one of the things that we really hope that you learn while doing program is portion control, so that when you're finished program, you can eat 5 or 10 jelly beans instead of a whole pound. And I trust that he's okay with me sharing this, because I'm not mentioning any names, but I thought it was a really good lesson or learning experience for him. And so for right now, he's going to abstain, but next time he has jelly beans, he's going to go into it with his eyes wide open and realize what happened last time. Change the subject really quick. We're all in a growth process, and I've hired a coach for myself from kind of a consulting firm, and just a neat gal who went through the program herself. And we meet every Tuesday via the computer online, and she's just a gem. Well, she's got cancer, and I knew that when we started this about 5-6 weeks ago. And this was also, I could have personal accountability, and I just said, I want to grow, and I want some accountability, because there's lots of areas that I can grow in. And for me, it's just productivity and the way I think about things. And anyway, it's just been a great process, and I just love the changes that I'm seeing happening in myself. And I realize how far I have to go. Well, this morning she shared with me that her scans came back. They were not positive at all. And basically the doctor said she's got a year to live, and she's in her 40s. And it just absolutely broke my heart. And anyway, I just, when I think about, she's investing in me and pouring into me to help me change and to help me grow. And I thought, I'm just going to mention her to you. Her name is Tammy. And if you would just be willing to pray for her, I would really appreciate that. And it's just, she continues to give out of her where she's at right now with her health and being in a weak state, she continues to meet with me and give me things that she learned. And so that's part of the whole pay it forward process. And that's even why I'm coaching. Brenda and I had 80 pounds lost in 2009, and it made such a difference in our lives that we've paid it forward. And because of that, you're watching this video right now. And I would just say that whatever is going on in your world, whatever you learn, whatever you're gleaning, and that's part of what I'm learning in this coaching session I have with her, pay it forward, pass it along. Maybe there's somebody you're inspiring with your health and your weight loss. Pay it forward, reach out and help them and ask them if you can come alongside them or refer them to myself, but be willing to help somebody with the same help that you've received to some extent. Most importantly though, is just take what you're learning and grow personally, in depth, and then always be willing to look and see who can I pay forward to or help somebody else in some way from the things that I've learned. So keep your health as the highest priority, one of your highest priorities, and just realize this is a long-term battle and journey. We can win, it's just a process. So I believe in you guys. I look forward to hearing from you. And oh, one more quick thing. I apologize. This didn't get out on Monday. You never know what a day holds, right? My stepdad, 6'5", was my baseball coach when I was 12. He and my mom married when I was 14, and he fell yesterday doing yard work. And I had to take him to urgent care and spent the day with him, and no Wi-Fi there, and couldn't get cell service out hardly at all. So anyway, we just waited till today, but I hope this will encourage you and just realize that we don't know what tomorrow holds. Take today, take charge, and make the most of it, and be your best self, your healthiest self. God bless. Talk to you again soon, and please check in if you haven't yet. Would love to hear from you so I can update your files. Bye, guys.